energy security.
Okay, all right. Let's also hear it from Satish Sehgal, President of the India-Thai Business Association. He's joining me from Bangkok. Mr. Sehgal, let's hear it from you about the crisis that is emanating out of Thailand. We've seen queues of people at this point of time on the streets. Obviously, there have been 4-day week that has been declared by the government. Do you think that is going to resolve this crisis, and how long can Thailand sustain? In fact, I'm being told that Satish is not on the broadcast with me right now. He'll join us momentarily. But the same question to you, G. Kumar Sitambaram. There's a similar situation that is unfolding in Sri Lanka.
Yeah, good evening to you, all of you. Just to brief about the Sri Lankan the context, because due to this fuel crisis and the start of this, so the government has taken a very good precautions on the managing the fuel situation. Whereas is the Wednesday, one day of the week is, I mean, like we always have a Saturday, Sunday is a holiday for the government servants, and rest of the private sectors normally it works generally. But like the heading on to this is for the holiday which was given for the government sectors. Like some of the government offices are closed, but apart from that, like all the private sectors are operating on the Wednesdays, and like we're working on like Monday to Friday or Saturday till Saturday. The private sectors are operating, including the banks also operating. So to minimize the cost unnecessarily, these government sectors offices have been closed on the Wednesdays, as well as the schools and some of the universities and some of the private institutions of the education side has been closed. And also as a precautions, the transportation part, like the railway line and also the public transportations has been minimized using on that particular holiday time, but rest of the other days like they are usually operating. So since we have a good management system, which is because they have introduced a fuel QR system. So whereas like weekly we have all the vehicles on sector basis, like now for example cars or vans or lorries or buses, coaches, something like that, they have given a fuel quota. So that QR system was introduced, and like that you have to go to the fuel station and just show the QR code, and you just have to fuel it, pump it on a weekly basis.
Right. Also, how long can Sri Lanka sustain itself by utilizing these cups? What is the daily consumption of Sri Lanka in terms of fuel, and what are the reserves looking like?
In terms of the fuel consumption, it's like I'm not sure about like the exact quantity of the fuel consumption in Sri Lanka, but last month, immediately just after the war was started, and when the fuel consumption supposed to have it for like 45 days worth of 30 days of the worth of fuel availability of the fuel, which was utilized by the people in here about within 9 days. So that's the reason this kind of a enforcement has been implemented to maintain and manage the fuel situation in Sri Lanka. Whereas yesterday the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation and the media minister spoke, and we have a fuel up to we have a sufficient fuel up to end of April. So there is no need to panic or no need to worry about the fuel, because we have a sufficient and manageable, and also the government is already pre-ordered the fuel for the month of end of April as well as for the month of May as well from their suppliers.
Right, absolutely.